This is Explaining Reality.
Hey, I'm Nora, and today we're talking about House of Stassi.
Hey, I'm Colin. I've not really heard about this, but I've just recently become familiar with the title of the show, but I don't really know what a Stassi is or what the house looks like. So, what is this, and why do people watch it?
Well, this is a reality show centered around Stassi Schroeder and her family and friends. And she is famous from being on Vanderpump Rules back in the day. She was one of the original cast members. So this whole
Stassi.
show, yeah, Stassi.
Stassi. And is this a Bravo show?
No, it's on well, it's Disney, Hulu, whatever.
Oh,
They're yeah.
What a shame. All right.
Yeah. And it's kind of like surprising actually that it's on that network, only because I feel like Disney is a little more sensitive to certain things. But Stassi, the whole thing is about, so now it's her and her friends, but back in the day she got canceled and she was fired. And so this is her comeback story.
Oh, good.
And
I'm glad,
so that's why I was like kind of surprised.
chance.
It's like, oh, Disney is picking it up.
She get canceled from Vanderpump Rules?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She got canceled. It was back in, I think 2020. But even before that, there were little things that she was doing leading up to it. I feel like she's someone who loves attention, good or bad, until she realized that too bad. And she said there was a moment in her life where she thought she would never work again. Her publicist fired her. She was dropped by her agent. She was fired from the show, and she just kind of disappeared for years. And now she's back with her own show. So it wasn't that big of a punishment because it hasn't been that long. And now she's back getting her own show, living in a mansion. And
right. I mean, the canceled stuff is nonsense.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I mean, if that's hopefully, I mean, it's something for people to get upset about, and it doesn't mean anything because now the upset, like, that just means that people are talking about whoever, and that's all these creatures want anyway. So, oh, canceled. I'm canceled. Look at me.
Well, on her
I'm
show,
saying something that should get me canceled. Look at me. What did she do? Anyway.
Okay, so they didn't really address it on the show. What they just talked about, she was canceled and now she's back. And that's where I feel like it's Disney, like, let's pretend that didn't happen. Because so the first thing, she did a lot of tweets that were not like, they were just bad. It was stuff about like making fun of people in the Me Too movement and stuff like that. Like, and then she did a tweet with two other friends, or maybe this was on Instagram. She did a photo of her with her friends, and she posted Nazi chic as the caption. And she admits, and her friend begged her, please don't put that as the caption. Do not do that. Do not do it. Don't do it.
Right.
And she's like, no, I'm doing it. So she did. And everyone was like, what is wrong with you? Like, there's nothing chic about Nazis like that. We learned this in elementary school. Like, this is not. No.
Well, I hear that stuff they teach you in school these days is pretty woke. And I don't know.
But
maybe
she still didn't get fired for that.
Maybe she's got a good point. Yeah.
This is only leading up to the cancellation.
Okay.
The icing on the cake of the whole thing was Jax Taylor, who we've talked about before. You've heard about him many times. He's from Vanderpump Rules. He was the guest on Bethany when I went there. He's we've spoken about Jax a lot.
Yeah.
So he was engaged to Brittany, who they now have the Valley. He's not on it anymore, but They were originally from Vanderpump Rules, and he was cheating on Brittany with a girl named Faith. And Stassi was good friends with Brittany. And so this was at a time where things were very heightened with like, we were dealing with like George Floyd and things in the news about the police and the Black community. So it was a very heightened time, and Faith is Black. And Stassi filed a false police report stating that there was something in the news about, we're looking if anyone knows who did this. And it was like a Black woman who didn't look anything like Faith. And Stassi called the police and said, that's Faith, and like reported her.
I think
the police did not act on it because they could tell right away. They're like, actually, no, that doesn't.
It's like even we can tell.
Yeah, it doesn't match the suspect. But thanks for the tip.
God.
But it could have led to something terrible. I mean, especially because she didn't do it and would have, who knows what her reaction, if the police are just like coming up on her and she doesn't know what's going on, it could have led to something terrible. That was the icing on the cake. And that's when everyone's like, okay, you're fired. You're done. You're gone. And Faith didn't press charges on her. So she didn't even get charged with filing a false police report because the police said that she was trying to say, I feel like once she got caught, she was trying to backpedal and say, oh, I didn't realize. I thought that it was her. And come on, we all know you have this tension. You don't like her. It's all like, this is not, it doesn't look anything like her. It's just another Black person. They don't all look the same.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't know how like police charges work or whatever, but like if someone makes like a false accusation against somebody and the police have to get involved and like look at it or whatever, does it matter if that person who was accused wants to press charges or not? Shouldn't the cops be like, what are you doing with wasting our time?
I would agree. And that's where I was kind of looking into it to see why. My husband and I had a whole discussion about this, and he said she should have been arrested. Like, well, you can't do that. And it said that she was just calling a tip line, and she was giving a tip. And I guess sometimes with these tip lines, it's kind of like, we're trying to get information. So they don't want people to be scared to make a report if it's legit. But it was very clear that these two had that's too many like things that just fell into play. And Faith had no history of like, there was no reason that it was some like Grand Theft Auto or something. Like she's like on Vanderpump Rules. She's on a reality show in Hollywood. Like she's not off like stealing cars. Like this was not her. And so yeah, I don't know. I think that there's a little bit of a gray area of where they can press charges because ultimately they don't want to deter future people that have legit tips for things from reporting them in case they're wrong.
Huh. God.
So then Disney was like, come on over. We'll give you your own show where you can be the executive producer and have all your friends. And that's why I was surprised. I was like, Disney? Okay.
I feel like Disney probably has to make like some deals with the scum of the earth for having to deal with them for so many years. And I mean, Disney does like own a lot of Florida. Florida is a shithole full of disgusting creatures. And
don't say that.
And they have to
all of Florida is not disgusting creatures.
And they have to basically, it's come to a point where they have to make these agreements with light Nazis in order to keep the peace, I think. That, and they've probably seen, the same things on the internet that I've seen where, did you know that white people's rights they're just being stripped away day by day? What are the whites to do?
Well, you know, I think it's kind of how she was raised too, because there's a scene with her mom. Yeah. There's a scene with her mom where her younger sister is talking to her mom. She just has gone through a divorce. Her sister's bisexual, and she's saying, you'll find it something like, you'll find a nice guy or something like that. And she goes, or maybe a girl. And her mom goes, no, 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 no. Like panic, like, oh, that's, and then she's like, but mom, I've been with it. And she goes, I don't want to hear it. And she immediately like turned around, like put her fingers in her ears and like walked away. Like, I'm not listening to that. So that right there, when I saw that scene, I was like, okay. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Like, this is who's raising you to act like that. And that's on camera, where she knows she's on camera and she's behaving. I can only imagine when the cameras are down, her mother's probably like saying all kinds of crazy things. Yeah. So Stassi idolizes Kris Jenner.
Stassi.
Who is, you know who Kris Jenner is, right? Please tell me you know who that is.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
She's Kim Kardashian's mother.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Stassi idolizes her to the point that it gets a little weird. Every episode, multiple times throughout the show, she's talking about almost like Kris is her god. She would say, now I just think, what would Kris Jenner do? And Kris. And she is like obsessed with her.
I know what Kris Jenner would do. She would film it and make sure it's on TV.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what Stassi's putting her family through, because now they have the show. It's such champagne problems on all of these shows, you know, that it's like they're living in this mega mansion. She gets to go to she's being invited to all these premieres, Stranger Things premieres, and going and hosting live podcasts and walking the red carpet and just living this glamorous life. And I'm thinking, you have all these deals. Like, you didn't really you're right. She didn't really get canceled. She was
No one does.
She just didn't have her own show for a little while. Like, ooh, that must have been tough. But now she does. And her husband is a stay-at-home dad. And
man,
she is so tough on her husband that it gets like, it's hard to watch. She doesn't like that he's a stay-at-home dad. She loves that he doesn't like that he's a stay-at-home dad, not her. She loves that he's a stay-at-home dad. The roles are completely reversed in this relationship. And the things that she says to him, if the role was reversed and it was a guy saying it to a woman, would not fly. Like, he's saying, I feel like a 1950s housewife. I want to work. I want to get back to work. And she's going, no, you're not going to. If you go to work, who's going to make the kids breakfast? Who's going to cook us dinner? Who's going to do? He does it all. He takes care of the kids all day. He has breakfast. He gets them up in the morning. He does school drop-offs, all of that. And she's like, who would do that? And she goes, I don't make the kids meals. I don't do bedtimes. I don't get up with them in the morning. Like, that's not my thing. She's openly saying that. And then he goes, well, I really want to get back to he was like in a job, like a corporate job that he worked for, like casting for commercials and things, where he'd look at like headshots and resumes and like cast people for different commercials. And she said, just tell me the salary that they're going to pay you and I'll just pay you. I'll pay you. That salary to be a stay-at-home dad. Like, one of her friends was like, she just cut his balls like right off.
I don't know. I mean, that sounds better than a casting person looking at headshots, which, you know, you could easily do from home.
Yeah. I mean, I think what it comes down to is that he stopped his job when they had kids so that Stassi could focus on her career. And now, I mean, a lot of women go through this. They quit their jobs, they become stay-at-home wives, and then, you know, the kids are in school. Now they're kind of like, I want to go back to work. I mean, there's women that do that.
Her career is just being on TV.
It's being she's a mega podcaster. She's got it's not just that. She hosts a lot of things. She hosts like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like reunion shows, all that stuff. She does live podcasts where she's like on stage and they're doing it. She hosts it's a lot of stuff where it's like travel and things that she's doing. She's written several books. She just doesn't say no to anything. She's yes, yes, yes. And she packs her day full of appearances and events. And he's just reaching a point of like, this is not, I need more in my life. Like, I cannot just be the one who's like gets up with the kids every day. The other thing that's unique about the show is that this is the first reality show I've ever seen where they completely, and hopefully I'm saying this right, they like break the fourth wall. Is that what it's called? Where they never pretend they're not, they talk about the show while they're on the show all the time. Right. And
wait, do they not do that on the other shows?
No, they don't do that.
Because that's, I mean, I would have thought they would have, because that's, I mean, like, that's the reality part. That is the fourth wall, is that what you're watching isn't real. This is a production. This is a show, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fourth wall, like, if it's a reality TV show, I would thought it made sense to
Me too. That's where so it's getting a lot of praise. I was looking up reviews and a lot of people are praising it, saying this is the most real reality show because they're actually just not pretending that the cameras aren't there. They're like openly, she'll say like, okay, I booked us a staycation because I know filming has been tough on everyone. And I know, and then she'll openly say to her husband, well, I have to go do a scene with Katie at this. And that's they're like, none of that gets cut. So you're seeing them talk about all of that stuff. Her husband is quite a character because I like him a lot. Like, I think that it's great that he is staying home with the kids and things. And it's one of those things where like the grass, I guess, is not always greener, because I just think of how many like women would love to be able to stay home with their kids and they have to go to work. And then there's people like him, he gets to stay home with the kids and his wife is just rolling in tons of money and he like doesn't like it. He wants to go to work. But he has a sister and his sister's name is Georgia, and they connected later in life. He didn't know she's a half sister, and she lived in Italy, and he found out that he had this sister at 21. And so they met each other. And their relationship is weird. It's weird. They're brother and sister, but they, like, even Stassi says she's always trying to hold his hand. She's obsessed with him. They show pictures where like he has his arm like around her and their hands are like interlinked like this. Like, that's weird. I don't take photos like that with anyone but my husband. I think that's weird. And
probably an Italian thing.
Well, he also got her name tattooed on his arm.
Oh. Also an Italian thing.
And she got his name tattooed on her. So they have each other's names tattooed. And Stassi like did not like that. She's like, you don't have my name tattooed. And he's like, I'm not going to.
Yeah. Not my sister.
Spoiler alert, he gets her name tattooed at the end, right before they have a blow up fight that seems like their marriage is over. Yeah. He's a little bit of a character.
So this House of Stassi.
Yeah.
Stassi is on, it's on now? Or is it over? Or
they dropped the whole season on July 30th, like just a few days ago.
Have you seen all of it?
Yes, I watched the whole thing. It was only 8 episodes.
The first season, right?
Yeah, the first season.
This is her big comeback.
Yes, it's her big comeback. It's a lot of people, I was looking up TikToks and reviews and everyone is loving it. And everybody's saying she's amazing, loves this, loves this. So I do feel like everything from the past is forgiven. And she is funny and witty and she's great for reality TV. But I just feel like if somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the canceling, it's not real.
Yeah.
I mean, there are, and I assume that that Stassi probably isn't talented, just looks good on TV.
Yeah, she's beautiful, and I think she's talented in a sense of she has witty one-liners. She's funny. She has dry humor. There's things that she says and does that are funny. And like I said, when I was watching, I was liking her. I was like, I was like, oh, I like this girl, because I didn't really remember. I stopped watching Vanderpump Rules a long time ago. And I didn't remember what the cancellations. And she just briefly says, "Oh, I got fired from Vanderpump." And now, so it wasn't until I finished watching, and when I had finished watching, I was like, "Oh, I like her a lot." And then I Googled why I was, and then I learned what I was like.
Yeah.
I actually started rewatching the show after that. So I watched all 8 twice, because I was like, now I need to watch from a different perspective now that I know this, to see if there's anything that I missed. And I know that the cancellation thing probably did affect her in a way that now she's being extra careful with her words, because there was one point that there's 2 ladies on the show that they're married, and she uses the word lesbo. And then it shows her calling her friend, and she said, "This is really important. Do you have a minute?" And she's like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" And she's like, "Are straight people allowed to say lesbo?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can say lesbo. I give you permission." She's like, "Okay, thank you." So you can tell she's like,
Queen of the lesbians.
Am I gonna be canceled again?
You may say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's has anybody like that's actually been big and popular been canceled? Because I think like actually canceled, like now you're gone and
never be seen again.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the what's obviously happened now that cancel culture has come and gone, maybe. Is it gone? Maybe it's not gone. But there are, let's say for the sake of ridiculous argument that Stassi does have something to offer and people do want to see Stassi. So good for her. So she does something and okay, you're canceled now and you have to go away. And all she was just something on a reality TV show. It wasn't even about her, right? It wasn't her show. She was just
she was just one of the cast members.
Creature crawling around in it. So she gets canceled and now, she gets to come back and she's popular and she's coming back and that's the big news. And do you remember she used to say this kind of stuff and that's part of it and blah, blah, blah. And now, okay, great. Yeah. Everyone wants to see her. But there's other people that I guess get canceled where they're probably already on the downswing of their dumb career. Like any comedians that actually got canceled or funny people. I'm thinking like Rob Schneider is an example of this. Maybe I don't know if he was canceled exactly.
I don't think he was canceled.
He's just like a shitty hack who's not funny, and then he'll start to say things and support things that are shitty because he's got no other choice. And now it's like, I'm on this team and nobody wants to see me. And it's because you're fucking awful. There's plenty of talented shitty fucks that should be canceled that aren't. Because they're actually talented and people want to see them regardless of whatever they're saying or because of whatever they're saying. So,
I really don't think anyone gets canceled. Like you said, Andy likes to use the term.
It's just a storm to stir up. Yeah.
They're put on pause for a little bit where nobody's liking them. But they ultimately all come back. I think the only time we really just completely forget about someone is if they end up like in jail for like life or something. And then
and that's a different kind of canceled, right? Obviously that's not cancel culture. If you have done something and need to go to prison, then that's something.
If you're out and you're free, there's always going to be someone that's going to cast you for something or, let you make a comeback. Yeah.
If you're actually talented or people actually want to see you.
Well, yeah, Stassi was just a cast member on Vanderpump Rules, but she was also more than that. She was one of the most popular ones. The show slowly started revolving around her because everyone loved her so much. She has that reality TV gold where she's just, so you're right. She was never going to fully disappear. And the fact that she's the executive producer on the show and she's starring in it, and it's House of Stassi. So it's everyone. I mean, even Katie Maloney, who was also on Vanderpump Rules, is on the show too. And she even did say to her, you don't have any friends that aren't on your payroll. Like, because all these people, yeah, they're all kissing her ass because they're all on her show and they want to stay on her show and they want to keep rising to fame. So, but there's times that you can see that Stassi has her executive producer hat on while she's also starring in the show, and she's trying to create problems, and she throws her husband and his best friend Rob are both on the show, and they have some tension, and this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I have to tell you when their fight is over. How it all began. It all began because the Eagles won Super Bowl, and Bo, Stassi's husband, did not text Rob and congratulate him on the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Now, Rob does not play for the Eagles. He's just a fan of the team. And he felt like, that's my team. I'm like their number one fan. You didn't text me and congratulate me when they won. And they and legit, they didn't speak for 9 months. Like, he was so angry over it. He didn't congratulate this man who had nothing to do with the Eagles winning, who has no affiliation with the Eagles other than just being a fan. And he should have got a congratulatory text. So stupid.
Most of my friends are Eagles fans, and I have not texted them about it at all for either of their 2 Super Bowl wins.
Are they still your friends?
Yeah, and fuck them. But yeah. So, like, I don't know. I don't know how we made it through.
I had to ask my husband because I was like, maybe as a woman, I'm just not under. I was like, because my husband's a big Detroit Lions fan. And I said, if the Lions won the Super Bowl and your friend didn't text you and say congratulations, would you?
Unfortunately.
He was like, what? He goes, no, that's weird. Why would I care? Why does anyone need to congratulate me? And I said, okay, so this legit, I'm right. This is weird.
Yes, yes, weird. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And how old do you think Rob is, by the way, who got upset over not getting the text?
40.
No, he's 50. So my husband, when I was telling him the story, thought I was talking about like a 22-year-old
child. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like sort of throwing a little temper tantrum. I'm like, no, this is a 50-year-old man who got very upset that his friend didn't text. So they didn't talk. But Rob is a character like himself, because all these guys are kind of weird. I mean, we got Bo here getting like his sister's name tattooed on him and walking hand in hand like they're lovers.
And he's not the one texting Super Bowl congratulations.
Yeah, he didn't text the congratulations. And then we have Rob, and Rob's he tells this story where he says, they're talking about, having kids and stuff. He said, oh, well, I thought that I was going to have a kid a couple months ago. And they were all like, what happened? And he said, I was dating a girl for 6 months. And first of all, they all thought he was lying because everyone at the table was like, we're good friends with you. None of us knew you were dating anybody. How do we not know that? And he said, no, I wasn't speaking to you, like, especially to Bo, because I was speaking to you because you didn't congratulate me on the Eagles. So you didn't know about my girlfriend. He said that she started having pregnancy symptoms. And so they took a pregnancy test. She took the pregnancy test and it was negative. And he said, but she has a history in her family where you get a negative test and then you go to the doctor later and find out you're pregnant. Okay, that's rare. It can happen, but that's not a thing. That's not a thing in families, that this is
Family
just
history,
like a genetic thing. That's not a thing. So she's still having symptoms, and they decided that the test was wrong. They went 2 months, didn't test again, didn't go to the doctor, just assumed she was pregnant. And he bought a What to Expect book. They announced to her parents that she was pregnant. The parents were celebrating. Everyone was all happy. And then I guess she finally went to the doctor and was like, "You're not pregnant." So it wasn't a miscarriage. It wasn't anything. She just was literally never pregnant at all. And he's telling the story like it's normal. And everyone at the table's like, "What? Like, this doesn't make any sense." So something's wrong with this guy.
It's fucking AI is what it is. It's like, hey, Chat GPT, the pregnancy test says negative, but really?
But I'm feeling nauseous.
Sometimes
there must be a baby in there.
Sometimes that pregnancy tests can be wrong, and you are definitely pregnant.
I mean,
thanks, AI.
Listen, pregnancy symptoms of somebody who's been pregnant are symptoms that any person can have for a million other things. It's nausea, it's headaches. It's like, that's what you're having. So it's like, so she felt a little nauseous and had a headache. That does not mean, and I don't know why you wait 2 months and tell your family, like, wait a couple days and test again. Go to the doctor, let them draw your blood, and they'll tell you you're definitely not pregnant. You don't go announce it, buy books, and say, he's talking about, this was really tough because I was preparing to be a dad. Or a baby that literally, I mean, if this was like a miscarriage situation or anything, my heart would go out to them because that's the worst thing ever. But this literally was never, there was no pregnancy. Like,
it's just some bad lettuce.
Yes. They got the bug. So, yeah, he's quite the character. And then we have Stassi's little sister, who she's apparently, she's much younger than Stassi. I think she's like 30, and she's hooking up with Rob. Apparently, they're both denying it, but then I'll show like it's like scenes where, what's it called? Where is it called, like a hot mic or something, where they don't realize like the cameras are down, and it just shows them like talking, and it shows her saying something about like, "Oh, well, he says, well, we've been hooking up for the last 6 months." And then she's like, "I know. Can I sit on you?" I don't know what that was, but that's all they say. And they love to just keep flashing back to that moment every time someone's bringing up them hooking up. And they completely deny that they are. And I don't see what the big deal is if they are or they aren't. But Stassi is like, she is just the maestro, like controlling everything. And
how old is she?
Stassi's like, I think she's my age, like 42, 43. And she's just conducting everything. They're sitting at this table, and her husband clearly doesn't want to fight with Rob. It's his best friend. He just wants to not fight with him. And she's just picking and trying to get him to fight. And he finally breaks down and just has like a screaming match, really more at her. And he says, "You're making yourself look stupid." And she storms off to the bedroom, and she's sobbing. She's like, "This isn't, they were all supposed to be fighting, not me. He's not supposed to be yelling at me. Like, this is all them supposed to be fighting." And he comes in and he's like, "I'm sleeping on the couch. You want to break the fourth wall? I'll go be the happiest person you've ever seen down there. And then I'll just sleep on the couch." And yeah, it was like this explosive fight. And she's like, "This is what we signed up for." And it's so clear this is not what they signed up. This is what she signed up for. And he's just kind of being forced along the ride. Yeah.
Ugh.
You could tell he wants nothing to do with it.
So, I mean, this is just like every other reality show then. It's just dumb fights and yelling and...
Yes.
all in the same house.
That's why I said it's champagne problems. It's like one girl hears that Katie said all of Stassi's friends are on the payroll, and she gets so angry, and she's like, I'm going to confront Katie tonight. Tonight's the moment for me to shine. And it's like, this is so stupid. There are people in the world, and then they'll break down crying over things. And I'm like, there's real problems in the world. Like, I'm looking at Stassi in her giant mansion preparing for premieres. And it's like, your life is good. Like, you don't need, this is nothing to cry over.
I think it's just like a good reminder to the poors that money doesn't help at all and doesn't buy happiness. So you should stop asking for it and stop trying to get it, because it's not yours. You're poor. I think that's part of the machine that this builds.
I don't think so. I think it's more of, there's people, no matter how rich you are, no matter how famous you are, I guess everyone has problems. I mean, there's times I go through things and I'm like, that's one of my coping, is I always think, okay, this is me, okay, because there's people out there dealing with something far worse than I am. No matter what you're going through in life, there's someone out there who's been dealt a worse hand, and they're going through much worse.
Remind yourself that you're better than others.
No.
That is the only way to survive.
You just twisted my little like positive speech to myself to make myself stay positive and not break down.
Count those worse than you.
No, I'm counting my blessings and just thinking I'm going to give it up to them. Like, there's people in the world that are going through much worse. And so, no, that's not me saying I'm better than them.
No, it's just the comfortable way of saying it.
No. You totally ruined my like positive like mantra that I tell myself now. Like, you've ruined that, because now when I say it to myself, I'm gonna now think, oh gosh, maybe I should just break down and cry over this right now. I guess my problems are pretty bad. I don't want to be coming off as better than anyone.
We don't have to tell anyone else that. It's something you tell yourself. That's what you're saying. So you can tell yourself whatever.
Well, yeah.
So I guess something that I don't think I've asked or if we've talked about before, but with all these like dumb reality shows like this one, where it's just filming creatures in their habitat, but not like one of these game shows where there's like rules and a game to play or whatever that don't really seem like reality shows, but one of these reality shows where you're just watching people. Like, how does a season end? Do they have cliffhangers? Do they have something that's like, oh, watch next season to see the resolution of this? Or do they, because that would seemingly kind of take it out of reality a little bit, unless they do it a certain way, maybe. So how does a season end? Does it end with like some kind of closure or a cliffhanger, or like what is the last?
They're all different. They're all different.
Spoilers,
some of them
maybe.
will end like the Housewives notoriously end with a freeze. They're all at a party at the end. They do their final party, and then each girl will be like dancing or doing something, and it'll freeze, and they'll give like an update of notes, like she's still, trying to have a baby, and then you see the reunion where they talk about it, and they always have unresolved issues from the reunion that carry into the next season. But House of Stassi ended with a cliffhanger because everybody decided that they were going to they called it the friend intervention on Stassi, and everyone got together like behind her back, and they're like, we need to do something because the way she treats her husband is not okay. They're going to get divorced. This could lead to an affair. She does. It shows her putting him down a lot, talking down to him all the time. He says like his love language is like physical touch. And there's times that she like her friend goes, oh, well, if that's what he said. So did you give him a hug this morning? And she's like, no.
Like his sister does.
Yeah, he gets a lot of physical touch from that sister. But yeah, so everyone's like does not want to see them break apart, see this family break up. So they decide to do this like, and she was not expecting this because she's executive producer. She's orchestrating everything. She didn't see this coming because they all talked behind her back. And so she was no longer like the puppet master. And they had this dinner and everyone kind of came at her. Robin and Bo had another blow up over the stupidest thing once again because they were at dodgeball and Bo's sister said something about we're not all in like stop acting like a kindergartner or something. And Rob said, I'll get you some Play-Doh or something like, I don't know. It was so stupid. They did like a flash. It was not some major insult. And he's like, don't ever disrespect my sister. You don't ever speak to my sister. And that I thought was weird too. I'm like, you're just too, you're too he didn't raise his voice. He wasn't calling her outside her name. He wasn't like, it was just like bickering. That was weird. So they got in a screaming match and he said, you completely betrayed me and I'm done. And everyone, you know, in their confessionals was like, wait, we've got to do this front intervention on Stassi. You're throwing us off the rails.
Confessionals?
Yeah, they have confessionals where each one you see them like in their little individual interview in between scenes where they'll just be talking just to the camera.
After everything's been filmed probably and they've all seen what's about to be on screen and they interview them about that, I guess. Probably like after
I mean, at least
happened.
I know that's how the Housewives work is that it's after the show has wrapped and then they do that they plug in like, what were you thinking at that time? And what were you, you know, and then they plug in all these little confessionals into the different scenes.
So which one is Stassi's husband?
Bo. Yeah.
Okay.
So him and his friend got in a big fight again. And then Katie Maloney, who's the one that was from Vanderpump Rules too, she's like, I got to reel this in. So she now takes the producer hat, even though she's not a producer, and says, we got to make this about the friend intervention. And they basically tell Stassi, you emasculate Bo. You're not good to him. He wants to go back to work. He's scared of you. All of these things. And there's been scenes where he's broke down crying to them, to like one of the girls on the show, Taylor. It shows just the two of them talking and he's sobbing and saying like, I feel unfulfilled. I feel lonely in this marriage. I feel like my wife and I are roommates. And then suddenly Stassi is like blindsided by this. She like loses her shit and like flips out. She starts sobbing uncontrollably. She runs out and she's hysterical. And that's how it ends. And then it shows her in her little confessional. And she goes, this is not how I wanted the season to end. And she said, and there's going to be consequences for every person at that table.
How would it end? Like how would you?
I don't know.
Like everyone's happy and getting along. Like who's going to watch that? So
exactly. That's the thing.
Is what's going to happen. I assume there's going to be a season 2, probably. This was a popular show, it seems like.
It was a popular show, and it ended with her saying some people will not be returning. We're going to address that later. And curtains. That's the end.
So this might have something to do with that, but I know what's happening next season. That Bo's sister is not actually his sister.
This isn't a soap opera.
That's... What do you mean it's not a soap opera? No, it's not. These aren't real people.
Oh my gosh. And now they're lovers.
Yeah, like what better way? It's like they hate each other, the Bo and Stassi. So it's like, oh, by the way, I'll stay on the TV show. This is my sister, who I didn't know was my sister until I was in my 20s.
Ew.
Not his sister. Yep.
I don't think that will happen, but their relationship's
fucking
weird.
better.
I can't with their relationship. It's weird.
It's not so weird if it's not his sister. I mean, it's still a little weird, but I don't know.
But you are, you're right about something. Like the way that
makes a little sense.
Like the drama of it all. Like there's this whole scene where Stassi's talking about so when you're on reality TV, number one rule is that you have to say everything you're thinking and feeling out loud. You cannot hold in things. You cannot be just polite. You have to say exactly what's on, what you're thinking and be completely vulnerable. And she's like, and no one's doing that. And she's like, Katie's having issues with this person and Taylor's having issues with this person and Bo's having issues with this. And she goes, and none of them are talking about it. She says, so what am I going to do? I'm going to lock them all in a house and I'm going to make them address these issues. This is their staycation. So this is her plan. She books this mansion. She goes and gets this mansion, books it, makes everybody come stay there, all with the plan of making everyone address all their issues because she wanted it to be screaming matches.
Right.
And when that happens, it cuts back to her.
Not what I want.
Yeah. She goes, so much for a relaxing vacation. This was not part of the plan. It was like, I don't know of any relaxing vacation if my plan is I'm going to make my sister address this with this person. I'm going to make my mom address this with that doesn't sound relaxing at all. That sounds like no.
Right.
Like so yeah. So she knows exactly what and all reality TV stars do this. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves is that they all like just be real and honest. Like they all like to be like, oh, we had this explosive fight. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be rainbows and butterflies and happiness all the time. No one's going to watch that. Just be real and say, yes, I got the explosive fights that I needed. I got the drama going. It means people are going to tune in. People are going to be talking about it. And it's true. I don't want to watch a show where everybody's just sitting around sipping tea and being polite to each other. That's right. I will zone out.
And her saying exactly what she wanted is not what she wanted is just part of that drama and stirring it up.
Yeah, it's just so,
like, oh
that's
man,
so
everything
fake.
went exactly how I wanted. God, this is awful.
I have to pretend. Oh, why can't we just, all I really want is for all my friends to get along and love each other. Cut to, I need you to address this with this person and this person's talking about you behind your back. But let's all just get along.
House of Stassi.
Yes.
It
was pretty good though. It was entertaining. And it was kind of interesting watching it from two perspectives, like watching the whole thing through first before I knew what she did. And then reading, news article after news article about things that she was tweeting. Especially about like the Me Too movement and about like the Nazi thing. I was like, how'd she get this far? How'd she even get to the point of like falsely accusing Faith when she was already doing that stuff leading up to it?
The Nazi chic thing is what you're talking about. So to be fair, I think the thing that everyone can agree on about the Nazis is that they were well dressed.
Oh my God. It's so funny you said that. My husband, I was telling him because I always like to talk to him about these. He doesn't watch them and honestly gets annoyed.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to talk to you about this because we're going to do this on our podcast. And I just need to like talk about it first to get your reaction. And I brought up Stassi again this morning. He goes, I don't want to hear any more about this woman. I don't like this woman. I don't want to hear another thing. And I was like, but I'm still so confused why she said Nazi chic. Those two words do not go together. Like Nazis are disgusting. There's nothing chic about them. And he was like, they were disgusting. And he's like, but I do think they have a reputation of being well dressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what everyone says.
I'm like, oh my God. So that's what
they might be somehow disagreeable in other ways, perhaps. But
it would be like saying, who's that serial killer that like people say is like attractive? Is it like Ted Bundy?
Or I think
who's
so.
that?
Yeah.
I think it's him. There's like a serial killer that's like sicko, psychotic person that people say is so it would be like, my husband's hot like Ted Bundy. Like, no. Like,
right,
what?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. No.
Ted
Doesn't
Bundy,
go together.
wonder if he's still alive. I don't think he is.
I don't know, and I could be saying the wrong guy, so I'm gonna have to Google him after this.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And if he's some like weirdo, I just know there's some
it's one of the weirdo serial
killer.
killers, not the handsome one.
Only the handsome ones. I just remember there was somebody in history that was like, people consider him an attractive guy.
Yeah, and I think was kind of his thing that made it easier for him to serial kill.
But that is the comparison. And the other thing that blows my mind with these celebrities is like the fact that Stassi did this was not, there's people now on like shows that are getting kind of canceled or just getting in trouble because they're pulling up old posts and old tweets and old videos long before they were ever a reality TV star. Yeah. Of things that they said or did that were racist, and they're immediately, getting pulled from shows and things for that. And that makes sense to me, like they should be, because like I said, when someone shows themselves, believe them. But Stassi she'd been on Vanderpump Rules, a huge hit TV show, had millions of followers for like 7 years at this point. And she posts that, like, what are you thinking? I don't like, are you asking just to have every single, like, do you want to get death threats and just, what are you doing?
Right. Well, attention.
Yeah.
More attention. So, yeah.
They like the attention, like good or bad. It's like a dopamine. Is that the word? Is that what when people get likes, that's what it's called, right? The dopamine. Uh-huh. And they say that there's people that like, they are addicted to it to the point that whether it's good or it's bad, they want to be talked about.
Yeah. But I mean, that's exactly like what the reality people want, right? I mean, the only thing about being canceled, like actually being canceled, is not getting a paycheck anymore.
Yeah.
And if that happens, then maybe they are canceled, but that doesn't mean they're not coming back with the big reward.
Right.
So again, anyone they're getting rid of is the on the down slope, right? It's like, oh well.
So we're gonna see Amanda Batula again. I don't want to see that girl again from Summer House.
Right. I'm sure. Yeah. Like at some point, she's going. If she doesn't get her own show, she's going to be back on Summer House at some point. I mean, that's how all of this works. So yeah, just keep talking about it. So yeah, that's. I just can't believe that they just keep spinning off and spinning off and spinning off. Like there's going to be some creature on House of Stassi that gets their own show because of this show. It's like, oh, we got to see what's happening with this thing that like, oh, she's complaining about the same thing. And oh, there's another affair. And oh, somebody's upset. It'll be because Bo and Georgia,
brotherly love.
Yeah, I get that's exactly. Yeah. So he's obviously not like a big star here, right? But he's got the huge storyline of sister is not really his sister, and now they've got their own show.
Sister, though. But
I don't understand why you say that.
That bomb is coming. Like they're gonna surprise us all.
I mean, wouldn't that make more sense with everything you've said about them? That it's not his sister? Like, wouldn't you hope it's
honestly,
not?
that would make me, yes, I would hope. That would make me feel a lot more comfortable. Right? I'd be like, okay. This is a secret lover that he's passing on as his sister. Okay.
Yeah. Like what a great reality show twist. They don't even have twists on these shows, right? So, I mean, there's going to be like the first twist and it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this secret character is actually someone else. That's perfect. I mean, we could write a reality show.
Totally.
Yeah. It's not real. God damn it. Well, I guess the important thing is that if you have any Eagles fans in your life, be sure to congratulate them every time the Eagles win a football game.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to check out Explaining Reality on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Links are in the episode description.